Used cars. This is where it all starts. The start of a project, the start of an obsession, a whole dream builds around a used car. We all had that mess up when we bought a car emotionally instead of logically. Trust me, I had my fair share. This made us realize how one wrong decision can cost us thousands in repairs. And this is why I will show you what to look for when you're buying a new to you used car. Let's get into it. First, preparation phase, before you even see the car. Most people don't care about this part, they just go through it. It is not enough to just start saying random stuff or bluff next to the car. It is key to prepare yourself very deeply. First, you need to go ahead and check every single information about the exact model and engine that you're planning to buy. For example, we all know that Audis like to rip timing chains, so keep in mind to ask about the timing chain service. And nowadays we experience so many recalls, so you have to check if the car was checked in for a recall. This can be a huge problem if it wasn't. You have to be prepared with all the weak points of the exact car that you are looking at. And also, one of the most important things in the preparation phase is to go ahead and research the whole market for the car's value. First, the deal you found might look like the deal of the century, but at the end of the day, it might not be. So go ahead and check every single used car market website, even call some car dealers if you're very try-hard, because they might have the car that you're looking at for way cheaper. And now, another very important thing about the car is checking its history. Before you even go and check the car, you need to ask for the VIN number. The seller is supposed to give it to you, it's public basically, so you can go ahead and check the VIN number on a government website that we have in Hungary right now. But there's also Car Vertical, which is very famous. Mind, this is not a sponsored video, I have nothing to do with Car Vertical, but you can check it there also. These websites, especially government websites, will give you everything about the car. I will show you mine here that I checked from my BMW that I just bought, and also I checked every single car that I had so far. It will tell you everything. Accident history, service records, or even if it's stolen. This is just so simple, and a lot of people just miss it completely. The government websites are usually free, but Car Vertical can cost you a little bit of money. But at the end of the day, if you don't have a government website for free, I 100% recommend you to do it. Check your car that you are trying to buy, because it can be very bad if there's something wrong in the car's papers. So trust me, that few bucks will definitely worth not taking hundreds or even thousands in repairs. Second phase, exterior inspection. What your eye catches. Alright, so you are very well prepared now, but you still go look at a very cool Audi S5 for half the price. Definitely nothing dodgy about it, right? It's okay, but let's see what you do now. First, as soon as you get there and look at the car, you will see the panel gaps. They are the easiest to see, and they tell a lot about the history. Panel gaps can only come from changing body panels, which leads us to the only two things why it happens is rust or damage. So you can already start asking, and this is gonna be a good reason when you start to negotiate. And now the next thing is the paint. If you have a good eye, you can catch mismatch paint. This can also mean that it was either crashed or there was some work or repairs on the body. But now let's talk about rust a little bit, if I already mentioned it. Let's say that you are just looking at a very good condition BMW E46 and you think it's normal that someone is asking half the price for it. So you go and check out that too. Now because you prepared and watched this video, now you know where to look for some rust that is definitely not gonna be there. The most famous rust spots are usually the wheel arches, so those are a key to check. The sills are also another known weak point, and of course the subframe. That is the only place you can't check easily, but what you can do is just lay down, get a flashlight, and go under the car as much as you can. And now the last two spots are kind of easy to see. These are the boot/trunk floor and the floor under the front seats. I don't know how that's called in English. Both places you just have to look and also knock on it or push, and you will 100% feel if there is metal, or you will be able to put your feet through the floor. Now what is remaining is checking if the headlights and the taillights are in a good condition. Do they light up, or do they have some foggy interior or wetness inside them? Also, what I left out is very important thing in this part is to check the condition of the brakes and tires, because at the end of the day those two are going to be the one that are gonna save your life. And never forget, a clean car doesn't mean a good car. Third phase, interior inspection, the honest storyteller. Yes, this is where you're gonna spend most of your time, if not in the engine bay or under the car. Worn steering wheel, worn seats, pedals, these will scream how they were driven and taken care of. Check every single warning light when you start the car, and also listen to the fuel pump when you turn the ignition on. Just don't afraid that you're gonna be annoying. Check every single electronics. See if the power windows or the AC works, the infotainment system turns on properly, listen to the speakers if they are in need of a replacement or not, and also if it has parking sensors, make sure you test them. You definitely have to check the condition of the seatbelts and see if the airbag covers were messed around it. But honestly, the easiest way is to just take your diagnostic tool with yourself, and that's gonna save you a ton of time. If you don't have one or you don't want to spend a lot of money on it, basically you can just go for a Carly diagnostic tool, just like this one right here that I have. You get it in like this kind of package. I honestly don't want this video to be sponsored, but this is just a very big help if you guys need it, because I never had a diagnostic tool, and recently, basically a month ago, I bought this one and it saved me a ton of time. I could unlock features in my Audi that I didn't even know there was there. And I also got an error code about an auxiliary heater, which I didn't even know it was in the car. So this little thing can be a huge help for you, and it's absolutely ridiculous in price. It's very, very cheap. And also with my link, you will be able to get, I think, 10% off, maybe even 15. So check it out, and if you don't mind, just go ahead and buy yourself this little Carly. It's gonna save you a ton of money in repairs in the future. Whenever I'm buying a new car, I'm taking this, putting it in, and just checking for fault codes. It takes like 10 minutes and I know everything about the car. So again, I will put a link in the description that will give you 10% off from your first order. But don't forget, this is only an opportunity, you don't need to take it. Now to end this whole phase is gonna be a very weird part, but basically you just need to go ahead and smell the car. Yes, smells can tell you a lot. Mold, coolant or burning oil will tell you a lot about the car. So go ahead, get your nose ready and start smelling. Fourth phase, engine bay, where dreams go to die. Okay, so you made it here. You were prepared, there is only a little rust on the exterior, and the inside is barely worn with some moldy smell, but that will come out. Now you go ahead, open the hood, and you better play Sherlock Holmes in there, because this is gonna be the part where you either pay double in repairs, or you're gonna act like an adult and leave it if it's bad. It is key to check the valve cover and turbo for oil leaks, and if the seller lets you, then check the turbo shaft if there is play in it, because if there is, it is very bad. Make sure to take off the coolant cap and check the color and level. But trust me, if it looks like a latte macchiato, that is not factory and there are some problems. Also take off the oil cap and see if there's any sludge or milkiness on the cap. Make sure you tell the seller to not start the car before you get there, so you can see and listen to the cold start. When you do the cold start, listen to the timing chain. It's gonna be the first problem that we will 100% hear. If there's any clunkiness in the engine in the first 1 or 2 seconds, that's gonna be a timing chain issue. While the car is running, go to the bonnet and carefully listen to everything. This means ticking, knocking, and as I said, the timing chain rattle. And basically everything out of the ordinary. This is the part that you shouldn't skip, because you might have to repair some rust, get a new steering wheel or seats, but if you have to replace an engine, that will hurt your wallet and your dreams big time. Fifth phase, test drive, moment of truth. Now this part is a bit complicated. Not every seller likes to give you the keys. At maximum they will take you for a test drive. But if by any means you can also drive the car, check for the followings: clutch bite point and slipping. If it is an automatic transmission, listen and feel the shifts between every gear. Check if it has every vibration in the steering wheel. If it has, that can be caused by the brakes, tires or basically anything in the suspension. And this takes us to listening to any suspension knocks over bumps. And also check if you are braking. The car should stay straight and not pull anywhere. Make sure to also play with the throttle so you feel the power delivery and hesitation. And during the test drive, you should definitely check the dashboard for any warning lights that might come up. Trust me, if something feels off, it definitely is. Sixth phase, undercarriage and suspension. Often ignored, always expensive. Now keep in mind that you are not going to the theater or an opera. This isn't even your first date with the car. So make sure you wear clothes that can be dirty. This phase is honestly the best to do after a test drive. Lay under the car, or if there is a chance to lift it up, make sure you do that. And look for anything that shouldn't be there. Here I mean rust on the subframe or exhaust, oil leaks under the engine, the transmission, and very important to check if there is oil leak on the shock absorbers. Worn bushings and control arms are in need of checking, and if it has air suspension, you can check for leaks there too. But honestly, you will see if there is problem with the air suspension. So just make sure to not leave the bottom without supervision. I honestly left this part out when I bought my E46, and now it needs a whole underbody work. Seventh phase, service history and ownership. Alright, so I know you will never keep your service history, and doesn't matter if the car had 32 owners, if it is a cool E46 with the deal of a lifetime, but still try to check at least these. It is crucial how many owners the car had, because short ownership periods can mean that there might be something serious problem with the car. Also service history wise, receipts are very good, for example timing chain replacement and AB injectors also. Eighth phase, the deal and negotiation. Now this is the big milestone, the last phase. You were training for this and finally it is here. You now know everything about the car. You prepared yourself, you inspected the exterior, and now you know that rust is not even that bad. Interior is dirty and worn, but some paint and the cleaning will definitely do the magic. Engine is a little oily, but at least there is no messed up wiring. And you already know that during the test drive, the knocking sound you heard was the right axle, which is an easy fix. You also saw some worn bushings that will need replacing, and the service history is missing for some weird reason. But no problem, these are the things that gonna give you an even better deal. The deal of the universe, if you wanna say it like that. So now you're gonna use all of these against the seller, but make sure you say it casually what you just found. You don't need to be rude about it. Even better if you can take a mechanic with you. Let it be a friend or a mechanic that usually repairs your car for you. But trust me, this is going to be a huge help in the process. Trust me, I made a mistake twice even with my E46 and S5, and both times I paid a bit more than I should have. At the end of the day, there'll always be another car. So make sure you never fall in love before you buy. I know this is hard, but you have to believe me on this. Alright, so this is it. I hope I could help you with this very quick how to buy a used car tutorial, if you want to say it like that. Don't forget to buy with your brain instead of your heart. And never ever buy a car at night or in rain. Try not to skip the test drive even if it is the seller who's taking you. Never ignore the warning lights on the dash, and most importantly, don't rush it. Be very thorough and check everything that you will need to. I know it is hard when you can see the deal of the universe in front of you, but trust me, it might look like love at first sight, but when you get it and you will need to put a year or two work, you might end up hating the car. Now drop a comment down below if you think this video helped you. And now the only thing I would like to ask from you guys is to smash that like button if you enjoyed the video, and also hit subscribe so you won't miss the next one, and you can also help me grow the channel. Now stay very positive, drive safe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!